Hey everyone, this is day 6 of our clean eating challenge. Today I'm going to talk to you about planning ahead. When you're eating clean, it's a matter of making sure that you are doing what is necessary to making sure that you are going to make those good choices, that you're going to make the better choice when you're faced with options. The biggest thing that I've learned, especially since I've been really working at eating clean since January, is that making a meal plan for the week helps me to not only, one, not waste my food, let things go bad, but two, I'm not wondering what I'm going to be eating. And so when I'm faced with options that aren't the best options, I already know what I'm going to eat, and I have the choice to keep that option, or I can have a little nibble of something, or I choose. Sometimes I make the not better choice and I eat the muffin, or I eat the cookie. And yesterday I had 3 cookies and I sorely paid for it. But if you're making that plan, it's going to help you make better choices. For me, it helps me make better choices about 90% of the time. And those periods of times when I'm not making the better choices, it's fairly rare. And so when you're learning to eat clean, you're going to realize when you're trying to eat better and when it's becoming consistent, because you're going to feel the difference when you are not eating clean. So very quickly, we'll talk a little bit about meal planning and prepping. And I'm sure a lot of you are parents, and so you already probably have some skills with this, probably better than I do. So when it comes to eating clean, there are a couple strategies. There's one that I use, and I've heard other ways. So for me, what I do is I start with my recipes. I'm planning out for the week, I plan out my breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner for every day. Sometimes I get a little lazy on Saturdays and Sundays, and I just try to eat intuitively and make better choices, because usually by the time I'm done with my Monday through Friday planning, I'm kind of tired. I'm not perfect at meal planning, and it's still taking some practice for me. But as you get better, it goes faster. Think about the meals that you love or your family loves, and either, if they're not as clean as they can be, learn to make the swaps for the things that could be cleaner. So if you use a lot of sour cream, switch it out for Greek yogurt, which is super good for you. It's got lots of protein, which will keep your blood sugar level and help you break down those carbs at a slower rate. It'll keep your metabolism moving. Just learn to make those swaps in those meals that aren't as clean as you might hope that they could be. Or you can, one of the things I use Pinterest. Pinterest is awesome if you're looking for clean, family-friendly recipes, or if you're just looking for recipes in general. I'm single, and so when I'm looking at those recipes, I'll make the normal recipe, and then I'll eat it for the week, and I'll put some in the freezer and save it. Another part of eating clean is that meal prep, is that once you know your recipes and you go to the store and you get everything you need, it's taking the time, whether it's on one day or a couple days. Sometimes I break it up between a couple of days, because that's just the way my schedule goes. And then baking that chicken and then shredding it, or putting it in the slow cooker and then having it shredded and storing some of it and then putting some in the freezer. Whatever needs to happen. So cutting up your vegetables, cutting up your fruit. If I buy fruit in bulk when it's on sale, I'll buy it in bulk, and then I freeze about half of it or 75% of it. I keep the other 25 to 50% in the refrigerator. I'm eating it during the week. It's figuring out what are those things that you can meal prep so that during the week your meals are faster and you're making that effort to eat clean. Another strategy I've learned is to go to the grocery store, or before you go to the grocery store, find those flyers, or you can download. I heard that you can download the Smiths app if you're in Utah, and they give you can find those coupons, or you can see their deals. And you plan your meals around what's on sale. So if you're living on a budget, which most of us are, that's one of the best things you can do. If you've ever heard of the app Ibotta, I haven't been using it very frequently, but you can go to your grocery store, and then based on what you buy, you can take a picture of that receipt, and through Ibotta you get a little bit of money back. So it's not a ton of money, but a couple bucks is still a couple bucks. So if you're trying to get the best, what's the phrase, bang for your buck, then that's one of that's one of the strategies that you can use. So, today what I'm thinking is that we could post some recipes or things that you love, or just some go-to clean meals that you do, whether they're super simple or they're a little bit more involved. I like to try to keep my recipes as simple as possible, just because I feel like I'm constantly on the go. So let's post some of those recipes. What are some of the things that your family loves? Do you have questions on how you can make them cleaner? Let me know. I'd love to give you some ideas. I think that's all for today. Make the better choice. And if you don't beat yourself up. Just commit to be better with the next meal and the next meal and the next meal. And before you know it, you'll be making those better choices consistently. Have an awesome day.